Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of the 2021 Lexus GX460. Ever since its inception back in the early 2000s, the Lexus GX has been synonymous for being a pretty good crossover in the sense that it's unique, it's cool, and of course, for a very long time up until just a few years ago, in 2024, I believe, 2024 was the first year of the redesign, it had a V8 under the hood. Now you can get this in two different flavors. You can get this in the premium or you can get this in the luxury. This one in particular is a premium model, and you can tell because it kind of looks more basic. You have the basic looking rims, as you can see, and the interior is pretty nice for a premium model. With that being said though, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, it's your traditional Lexus key fob, and you only have 4 different functions: lock, unlock, your trunk release, and your panic button. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, this is when Lexus introduced us to the spindle grille for the GX, and as you can see, it has aged really well. It kind of has a piano black accent on the inside of it. You have your Lexus emblem front and center there, which looks very impressive. You do have LED daytime running lights with LED projector headlamps, as well as fog lamps down there below. You do even have headlight washers, which will come on as you turn on the wipers. Checking out the wheels and tires on this one, guys, we were taking a look at a set of Advanced tires on 18-inch wheels, measuring 265, 60 R18s all the way around. Coming up to the door, this vehicle does come standard with a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and coming up to the door handle, it is pretty easy to get inside. Just make sure you put your hand in here, and the vehicle will indicate unlocking, allowing you to jump on inside. Or if you want to, close it up, tap this button here, and the vehicle will beep to let you know that it is indeed locked. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Black Onyx with the Sepia leather interior. Coming over to the door panel, as you can see, you're going to have some hard touch plastic material on top. However, you have some softer material down here, which is pretty nice. You have this kind of faux material in here, which is like a wood grain. Although it's kind of faint, you can't really see it, but it is there. You have an aluminum door handle. You do have your power locks, your child window lock, your power windows. Your front one only is going to be fully automatic. Coming down here, we do have a good sized mount pocket and an area for 2 small cup holders. You also have your 2-person memory seating here. To start the vehicle, just make sure you have the key fob in your pocket or in the vehicle itself. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Lexus GX does come standard with a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel. You do have some wood material on top as well as on the sides here at the bottom, which looks very nice. You have your controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left side, you're going to have your volume controls, different modes, your hands-free voice as well as your hands-free telephone. To the right here, you're going to have controls here that deal with the instrument cluster up there. You're going to have a back button, your pages, you have your lane departure warning button as well as your forward collision warning button. With that being said, we are welcomed with 4 main gauges. To the left, we're going to have your tachometer followed by your coolant temperature, and to the right, you're going to have your speedometer as well as your fuel range. Inside the middle is going to be a small information center here, which gives you a lot of information pertaining to the vehicle. What we're taking a look at right now is your gear selector, outside exterior temperature, average fuel economy, your duration, and what is your average speed, followed by this vehicle's odometer reading, which this one has just over 37,000 miles on it, which is nothing for a Toyota product. But as you can see, you can cycle through a couple of different things here. You have a tire pressure monitoring system, safety features, any messages or warnings, as well as settings. So settings is going to allow you to change some things and adjust some things here on this screen, which includes your lane departure alert, blind spot monitoring, your pre-collision assist system, as well as your parking assist, vehicle settings, as well as your meter settings. And then back to this screen here. Taking a look at this screen, we're looking at the older system. So this is going to be a 8-inch display, which is pretty nice. You're going to have physical buttons on both the left and right sides, and it is a touchscreen for a lot of this infotainment system here. So you'll have to work with the physical buttons in order to work with this screen here. So for example, let's go to our home page. Our home page is going to kind of divide itself up into two separate groups here. One side is going to be for your sources as far as your audio. The right is going to be for your navigation. Let's go and check out our navigation system. As you can see, it's a little dated, but it still looks really good in this model. It looks very nice. As you can see, you have your compass, you have your options down here. You're going to have your zoom in and zoom out, your destinations, and stuff like that. Pretty cool to see. Go back to our home button. We're going to turn down the audio for copyright purposes. This right here is going to be for your radio system, and that of course is going to show what's playing on the radio. You're going to have your different stations right over here as far as your presets. Down here there are different things that you can do as far as your audio is concerned, such as scan, tag, your settings, HD radio, options, as well as sound. Let's say we want to go to our options list here. As you can see, you have station list, text, traffic, and then different types. And of course, your source up there is going to indicate different sources such as your FM, AM, satellite, disc, USB, iPod, Bluetooth integration, aux, as well as an AV, which this vehicle still uses. And then down here is going to be your average fuel economy as well as the range to empty that you have, as you can see. And then over time, it's going to show what your average fuel economy was as well as your best fuel economy over a certain period of time, as well as trip information, and you can update your past record, your record fuel economy as well, which is pretty nice to see. So with that being said, that is it for this portion here. But let's say we want to go to our climate controls, because you can't really adjust it through the buttons. You have to adjust it through this screen here. So this is going to be for your fan speed, fan positioning. This is also kind of part of the positioning process here, as you can see. And then you can adjust the vents by using these little things here. Kind of an old school setup, but it's still pretty nice. And then your climate controls do continue down here as well. So you can turn the fan off, front and rear defrost, rear air conditioning, recycling. You have your dual zone climate controls here, which are very nice, and your temperature adjustments on the driver's side as well as the passenger side. Over here to the left, you're going to have your suspension control here, as well as your ECT second button right there. And overall, that is pretty much it here for the infotainment screen as far as what we see in the Lexus GX. Now, a couple other things here. On this side, you're going to have your phone, which if you want to, you can pair a phone to the vehicle, or you can add a phone that's already in the vehicle. You have info apps, as you can see, such as Lexus App Suite, fuel consumption, traffic incidents, as well as weather. Setup here is going to allow you to set up things such as general voice, Bluetooth, audio, traffic. Follow that up with display, navigation, vehicle, phone, Lexus App Suite, as well as your data services settings. So this is like a comprehensive list of things you can set up in here to make it your own and stuff of that nature, which is very nice to see. So for example, audio settings, you have external video settings, number of radio presets, cover art settings, DVD settings, as well as iPod settings. And then, for example, here, let's say we want to go to our general. You have your clock, your language, your units of measurement, your beep, button color, and all that stuff. Pretty cool. So stuff like that you can change and kind of adjust to make it your own. And then this right here is going to be, I believe, your valet mode or something like that. But overall, that again, now that's a quick look at the infotainment system here in the 2021 Lexus GX. Last but not least, let's go over the fact that this vehicle has a 6-speed automatic transmission, and when you put it into reverse, you do get a backup camera with guidance lines, and they don't really turn as you turn the wheel. It is a pretty stationary system, but it does look pretty nice overall. Coming down below that, you're gonna have your volume knob and tuning knob. As you can see here, you have your power volume, your preset or your seat track here, as what it's called today. Coming inside here, you're going to have two USB ports here and an aux jack. Inside of here, you're going to have a little storage area, which is really nice. And then these two things here are your heated and ventilated seats for the front passenger. Coming down here, you do have your downhill access control. You do have your four-wheel drive controls here. You do have your two cup holders inside of this right here. When we pull it up, it gives it a clean look. Come over here, as you can see, we do have a split setup system for your glove compartment, although it is not opening for some reason. Anyways, it's there, and it will likely have a good amount of storage space inside of it. The seats themselves are very nice and comfortable. You do have leather on the sides here. You have perforations coming all the way down, and overall, it's a pretty nice place to spend time. And at the end of the day, it's gonna make you feel pretty comfortable inside of this particular Lexus here. Now, come over here to your glove box. It is dampened, and you have a good amount of storage space inside. You do have a mirror up here. You do have your controls here for your sunroof, overhead lights, your safety connect here. You do have your sunglass holder, which also doubles as a clear view, or not clear view, a little mirror to see what's going on in the back, so you can control your passengers and stuff like that. Pretty cool to see. And then over here, you do have a visor with a mirror and a light. And then over here, you do have controls here for your power mirrors, gauge dimmer switches, odometer trip. Down here, you're gonna have traction control off, fog light controls, heated steering wheel, and I believe this might be for your headlight washers. So with that being said, despite the glove compartment not wanting to open for some strange reason, this vehicle, wait, here it is. That's the amount of room that you get in the glove compartment. So there you go now. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm pretty happy that I've gotten a chance to check out the older generation GX, and so far, it still looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2021 Lexus GX460. Coming into the second row of the Lexus GX, materials do follow through, and as you can see, it's pretty nice back here. You do have your leather materials on the sides. You have your perforations coming down the middle, which looks very impressive as well. As you can see, you have two seat pockets, one on this side and one on that side. You also have your rear climate controls right over here in the middle. And then down here, you have two USB ports. Follow that up with a pad armrest and two cup holders. Fuel tank. The Lexus GX does come standard with LED taillights in the back. You have your Lexus badge here, followed by the GX460 right there. And of course, it's pretty unique to open. So you do have this upper portion here, which you can just tap that button, and you can just lift this glass portion up. So you'll be able to get inside of the vehicle without having to open up this bottom piece here, so you can take out and reach in what you need to get in and get out, if that makes any sense. Now, with that said, you can close this portion down like this, and then to open up the cargo area, just pull the door back. And as we come inside, you have plenty of cargo room, as you can see here. You're looking at just over 46 cubic feet of space with the third row folded down. And then if you fold down the second row using these two little tabs right there, as those right there, you'll be increasing cargo space to about 64.7 cubic feet of space. With that being said, if the third row was up, you do have a few amenities. The only one that you really have is that you have one cup holder on that side, as well as one cup holder on that side. And as you can see, when we open this portion up down here, it's not going to allow me to. I assume this is where you'll find your spare tire. You do have body colored mirrors with your LED turn signals on them. Under the hood of the Lexus GX460, we are taking a look at essentially what this vehicle comes with. It's a 4.6-liter dual overhead cam 32-valve V8. It produces 301 horsepower and 329 pound-feet of torque. Overall, very solid numbers for this vehicle. It's going to be to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and this vehicle is 4-wheel drive. Alright everyone, so sitting back inside of the Lexus GX, the previous generation to be exact, it's a very nice place to spend time, especially if you're not in the market for the new GX, which starts, I believe, like at $70,000 or something like that, which is crazy expensive. You can still buy one of these in the used market, as they do command a premium and they don't really lose that much resale value, which is very good because, as you can tell, you know, this one with 37,000 miles, probably the Lexus dealership would probably go for like, I don't know, 30,000 something or something like that. But overall, it does command a good resale value. It's a very unique vehicle. It is an off-roader, while also retaining that luxury capability that it's known for. You also get a good amount of cargo room. You also get a decent amount of technology in here as far as that is concerned, as well as safety is concerned too. So with that being said though, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for the 2021 Lexus GX460, finished off here in Black Onyx with the Sepia leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.